What's up, guys? CliffBeats, no script, off the rip with the one and only
Your girl Karen.
checking out one of Karen's favorite artists. We have Bob Dylan. The song's called Hurricane. Do you know it?
No.
No?
I
All
don't
right.
think so.
I don't know either. It's just 7 years ago. But do me a favor, go like, go subscribe. Please show love to Bob Dylan. Let's see what Hurricane is about. Don't forget, at the end, we do a little bit of a deep dive into the song. We guess the release date and have some fun. Learn about the song, too, so stick around. Ready to rock?
Ready to roll.
Let's go. Bob Dylan's been featured on the live stream multiple times.
Multiple times.
Oh, yeah, okay. I like it.
And he sometimes takes it away with the song of the night.
It happens quite often. Yeah, he's an amazing wordsmith. Let's go. Bob Dylan, Hurricane.
Pistol shots ring out in a barroom night. Enter Betty Valentine from the upper hall. She sees a bartender in a pool of blood.
Oh, shit.
Cries out, my God, they've killed them all. Here comes the story of the hurricane. The man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been the champion of the world.
I've seen a movie called Hurricane. I think Denzel Washington plays a boxer who got locked up. And I think this might have been a part of the soundtrack. We'll do a deep dive at the end. I could be wrong.
Been the champion of the world.
Something he didn't do.
Three bodies lying dead as Patty C. And another man named Bello moving around mysteriously.
Bello.
I didn't do what he says, and he throws up his hands. I was only robbing the register. I hope you understand. I saw him leave, and he says, and he stops. One of us had better call up the cops. And so Patty calls the cops. And they arrive on the scene with their red lights flashing in a hot New Jersey night. Meanwhile, far away in another part of town, Reuben Carter and a couple of friends are driving around. Number one contender for the middleweight crown. Had no idea what kind of shit was about to go down when a cop pulled him over to the side of the road. Just like the time before and the time before that.
Dang.
Oh, shit.
Making statements here.
Yep. This is crazy. I want to know if this is a true story or if this is something that he created. I got to learn more about this. It's driving me nuts.
The road. Just like the time before and the time before that. In Patterson, that's just the way things go. If you're black, you might as well not show up on the street unless you want to draw the heat.
Catchy.
Alfred Bello had a partner and he had a rap for the cops. Him and other Dexter Bradley were just out prowling around. He said, I saw two men running out who looked like middleweights. Jumped into a white car with out-of-state plates. And Miss Patty Valentine just nodded her head. Cops said, wait a minute, boys, this one's not dead. So they took him to the infirmary. And though this man could hardly see, he told him he could identify the guilty man. Oh, in the morning in their hall room and in, they took him to the hospital and they brought him upstairs.
Sorry to stop right now. What I really appreciate about this too is see how he's staying within that melody,
Yeah.
but he's not always rhyming. So I love when artists do this. They sacrifice a rhyme to continue on with the story. And Bob Dylan, there's no one better at doing that.
I would have to agree. And so far, I'm like zoned in. I
Yeah, you're like
feel like
locked
I know
in.
exactly what's going on, but I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's almost as like I could like vividly see this
Yeah.
happening the way he's describing it.
Room and in, they took him to
that sucks, dude.
4 months later, the ghettos are inflamed. Rubens in South America fighting for his name. Well, Arthur Dexter Bradley's still in the robbery game. And the cops are putting the screws to him, looking for somebody to blame. Remember that murder that you happened in a bar? Remember you said you saw the getaway car? Think you'd like to play ball with the law? Think it might have been that fighter that you saw running that night. Don't forget that you are white.
Oh. So we got pushing narratives right now, like pressing you like, oh, don't forget, that's what you saw. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, cops at this time too, you know, in these small towns.
Like I said, that's just how it is in Patterson.
Yeah, and it's how it was at those times. There were no body cams. There were no safe places. There was no, oh, man. It's scary to think that, and it happens to this day, people get arrested for things they didn't do, and their life is completely ruined. Could have been the champion of the world, but instead is beaten, taken to jail, and I don't know the end of the story, but still.
And here, the thing is, like, once you're accused of something, it's very difficult to shake that, even if it's not true.
Correct, yes. Even after you served your time.
Right.
Like, it's a
still...
mark on your record forever. Let's go.
Arthur Dexter Bradley said, I'm really not sure. The cop said a poor boy like you can use a break. We got you for the motel job and you're talking to your friend Bello. You don't want to have to go back to jail, be a nice fellow. You'll be doing society a favor. That son of a bitch is brave and getting braver. We want to put his ass in the stir.
See?
We want to pin this triple murder on him. He ain't no gentleman, Jay.
That's bullshit.
Take a man out with just one punch, but he never did like to talk about it all that much. It's my work, he'd say, I do it for pay. And when it's over, just as soon go on my way up to some paradise where the trout streams flow and the air is nice, and ride a horse along the trail. But then they took him to the jailhouse where they tried to turn a man into a mouse.
Oh, dude.
All of Reuben's cards were marked in advance. The trial was a pig circus. He never had a chance. The judge made Reuben's witnesses drunkards from the slums. To the white folks who watched, he was a revolutionary bum. And to the black folks, he was just a crazy nigger. No one doubted that he pulled the trigger. And though they could not produce the gun, the DA said he was the one who did the deed. And the old white jury agreed.
But you will be judged by a jury of your peers.
Oh, man, dude. This is like giving me horrible anxiety right now. Just knowing that this happened throughout history. And it's still happening today. It's just really driving me nuts, man. Okay, I've been sweating this whole time.
Reuben Carter was falsely tried. The crime was murder one. Guess who testified? Bello and Bradley, and they both falsely lied. And the newspapers, they all went along for the ride. How can the life of such a man be in the palm of some fool's hand? To see him obviously framed couldn't help but make me feel ashamed to live in a land where justice is a game.
Shit.
Now all the criminals in the coats and their ties are free to drink martinis and watch the sunrise, while Reuben sits like Buddha in a 10-foot cell, an innocent man in a living hell. Yes, that's the story of the hurricane.
I'm out again. Oh, that sucks so
Sheesh, that was deep.
bad, dude. The song was great. I'm talking about what happened.
Yeah, the story was really intense.
I got to do a deep dive right now. It's driving me nuts. I want to know if, like, I know this has happened to people throughout history. I just want to know if it happened, like, in this particular way, or if this is a story that was created by Bob Dylan.
I'm curious if Hurricane specifically is a real person.
There is a movie with Denzel Washington
Yeah.
that is loosely based off this. And I remember as a little kid, I seen it. But I can't, like, recall everything that happened. So, guys, go like, go subscribe. This is Bob Dylan, Hurricane. Great song. Horrific story. When do you think it came out?
I don't know, 70.
70?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go with 68. 75. Bob Dylan's protest song "Hurricane" was released as a single in November 1975. It was later featured as the opening track on his 1976 album "Desire," which was released in January of that year. The song, co-written by Jacques Levy, was recorded in late 1975 to protest the imprisonment of Reuben "Hurricane" Carter. So it's a true story. Oh shit!
Shut it down.
Hold on, yeah, because there's
Way too specific.
yeah, there was certain names that were just
Specific is
bellow
word.
and yeah. All right. So Bob Dylan's "Hurricane" is a powerful protest song advocating for the release of Reuben "Hurricane" Carter, a black middleweight boxer wrongfully convicted of a 1966 triple murder. It highlights racial profiling in a flawed justice system, aiming to expose the injustice that sentenced an innocent man to prison, which is crazy because think about it, 1966 compared to 1975 when it was written, it's not that far apart. So really trying to help him out too while he's locked up in
But
prison.
still a long time.
I know.
That's 9 years.
I gotta find out what happens. So the injustice: Reuben Carter and John Ardis were sentenced to 3 life terms in a New Jersey bar shooting, a case largely based on faulty testimony, racist profiling, and hidden evidence. Goal of the song: after reading Carter's autobiography, Dylan co-wrote the song with Jacques Levy to bring public awareness to injustice, acting as a howl of protest. The message: the lyrics emphasize that Carter was framed because of his race, famously stating all of Hurricane Carter's crimes were his phantom-like presence in the wrong place at the wrong time, or just a living in the skin of a black man. Just a living in the skin of a black man. Impact: the song helped raise public support for a second trial, though Carter was not fully exonerated and released until 1988. So he got out in 1988. Damn near 30 years of his life. That's, hold on. Legacy. While accurate in its advocacy, some journalists noted the song is a stylized retelling and simplifies the complex legal case. Of course it's a song. What are they gonna do? Go through each court date? But it remains one of Dylan's most potent narrative protest pieces. AI pisses me off sometimes. No shit. Of course it's a song that's gonna be slow, breaking things down and making it more audibly pleasing for people to digest. Because think about it, some people don't want to read an entire court case or really invest themselves in what's going on, but they hear an artist they like all of a sudden put out a song that's speaking about this crazy story of what happened. They're like, wait, is this true? Is this going on? They start looking into it, and then they start back in,
Yeah, you start to look for information, and maybe you find that information. You can kind of make your own ideas of what's going on.
Well, apparently the song helped raise public support for a second trial.
Oh, yeah.
So if it wasn't for this song, he might not have ever gotten a chance.
It's very possible. It's very possible.
All right, dude, this got me stressing out. Go like, go subscribe. Please show love. Man, people, I've been locked up, and I'm telling you, it's not a It's not a fun feeling, and I couldn't imagine doing 20 some odd years for something you didn't do. And
Yeah.
and I like in the song said he never threw a punch. He said that's what my job is. That's what I do. I'm not going to fight anybody in here. I
Right.
only use my fists when I'm a prize fighter. He said he's sitting in his prison cell like a Buddha, you know, basically sitting there trying to be peaceful, at peace with himself, because what else can you do? You're going to lose your mind in there. Turn a man into a mouse.
Yeah.
All right. I got the chills. I got to go. Love you guys. Stay safe. Show love to Bob Dylan. The song's called Hurricane. And now I got to go watch that movie so I could refresh my memory on what I seen as a little kid.
Sold.
Yeah, we'll check it out. We love you guys. Stay safe. Thank you so much for watching with us. Show love to Bob Dylan, please. Once again, man, we love checking out his music. If you have any suggestions, comment down below. If you know anything else too about this song that we might have missed, comment down below. Where were you the first time that you heard it? What does it mean to you? Is there any details and things that Karen and I should know? We're always looking for more information. Stay safe. It's on to the next one. Suggestion pops up right here. Anything?
Nay.
Rock.
Oh.
We love you guys. Stay safe. It's on to the next one.
That's right.